fucking Wong is they basically solidify that Wong at the end of episode 3 is a criminal. He runs away. Okay. And then in episode 4, he's a client. What the fuck is happening?
Pizza time. Pizza time. Pizza time. You like pizza time?
Pizza time.
Ed, congratulations. You are officially a married man.
I am.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
What a beautiful bride. What a beautiful ceremony. What a fun night. It was just epic. We're so sorry you guys couldn't be there, but you know, we don't like you that much. But no, it was
wow.
It was a wonderful night, and congratulations, my friend. Very happy for you too.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I'm sure Keisha would say the same thing. Yeah, I mean, your praises that you were saying that day as you were half drunk, it seemed. Maybe you weren't. I don't know. But I was,
dude, I was.
Oh, you were? Okay,
I
good.
was going in.
You were in. Yeah.
I was trying to keep up with good old Mark Ellis and just.
There we go. Yes.
Yeah,
I need to hear more stories actually about your guys' situation, like your own little world that you had at my wedding. Because I'm sure some stuff happened, but
yes, we all had
okay, good. We'll save that for another episode. But I got married and it was great. It went almost as close to perfect as possible. I had great friends like Alex there who had a good time. Loved the chicken.
I'm a chicken man.
You're a chicken guy.
It was
so
great.
am I. I can't fail you. I'm not gonna fail you on the chicken front. That's like one of my favorite foods. It's chicken wings specifically.
Yeah. So some of the best fried chicken. There was like Filipino barbecue chicken, other like garlic spicy wing, and another wing. Oh, so everything was so good. I wanted to go get more and more and more, but I was like, I should probably not eat all that much since I'm drinking so much. Maybe
true. No, but you had a good buzz though. You had I don't think you were like. Were you drunk? Were you over buzz?
I was buzzed.
Yeah, you were buzzed. You had a good buzz.
Yeah, it was nice.
And you're like a happy drunk too. I could probably tell. It seemed like
I'm a very happy drunk. I'm a happy person in general.
I'm the same way when I'm drunk because you know how some people are like the opposite way.
Yeah.
So
no.
Like, oh, okay, good. Alex is a happy drunk. That's the drunkest I've seen you. So that was nice.
Yeah, I was a little buzzed. Hey, open bar.
Smile on your face, man.
Yeah,
open bar, baby. Open bar. Yeah, you gotta have it. Anyways, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Yes,
but
sir.
What are we talking about today?
Yeah, let's jump into it. We literally just wrapped D23, Marvel's big old panel. I shouldn't say Marvel. I should say Lucasfilm, Marvel, and 20th Century Studios ended it. But it seems the only thing shown for 20th Century Studios was Avatar. Hey, that's great. So we'll say our little Avatar news. New footage was shown, and Avatar 4 is officially in production. We knew that already, but hey, whatever. Woohoo! Avatar, it's still going. Anyway, yes. So I guess we'll start with all that news first, and we'll try to do our best to give you a summary of everything that happened and our thoughts on it, of course. And then, of course, we'll also talk about Lucasfilm's panel. It seems like there was everything you already had been announced and expected, stuff like Andor. And then, of course, you got a trailer there for Indiana Jones 5, which apparently sounds very, very good. James Mangold is the director of that one, so fingers crossed on that. And that's probably going to take up all of our news section. We're also going to talk about Taika Waititi reportedly being out after Thor: Love and Thunder. Not a big surprise there, but we'll give our thoughts on why we think it's probably the best decision. And finally, we're going to wrap it up with some She-Hulk talk because we just love talking She-Hulk. It's just
love talking She-Hulk.
It's a wonderful show and it's a wonderful property, and Marvel is absolutely killing it.
Killing it is having a different, getting a different definition nowadays.
Killing it, hashtag. Anyway, all right, let's jump straight into the D23 news. Let's go ahead and start with a lot of the stuff that we already knew. There wasn't really any big announcements, I'd say. Honestly, the biggest thing that we've got was the official announcement of Werewolf by Night, which is not what I would expect to be the biggest announcement. Marvel finally admitted it existed, and we got a trailer for it.
Let's
start there. Ed, what do you think of the trailer?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Werewolf by Night trailer was probably the best thing I saw out of the Marvel panel. It was awesome. It looks fantastic. It's such a style, right? It's got the old school horror full on with the I was so happy. I mean, it's black and white. It's got the frame distortion and all that. But what I was glad to see too was, they used freeze frames, they used push-ins, there's like a frame skip. It was as if I fell in love with it. I mean, as someone who's been watching film forever, it's like it harkens back to that time, and I love that they're going full force. And there was even some blood. There was some like inklings of blood. I'm like, this is serious. This is a horror show. I think this is like it's a movie. Yeah, it's a movie. And if you thought Multiverse of Madness was the first horror, no. This trailer in of itself was more horror than even Multiverse of Madness, I think it was. And once it comes out, I think we're going to be proven that this is probably the first horror that we're going to get in the MCU. I absolutely loved it. What did you think?
I was very surprised that we got a trailer, and then I was even more surprised that we got a date. The date's October 7th. It's less than a month away. It'll be streaming on Disney.
It's for Halloween, so I assumed it was going to come around Halloween.
I figured it would be, October 31st. Seems like a good time to bring it out. But I guess, hey, you want it to have some legs on your streaming service. Cool. But yeah, no, I love the way it's Michael Giacchino.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. The composer of Spider-Man and all the great. He's composed your childhood. Trust me.
Yeah, exactly. Like modern, like 2000s, all nerd stuff.
But for this guy to be announced as the director, and this is his first project directing, it's kind of cool. And you can tell that he uses the music cues really cool in the trailer. I'm excited for it. Look, I think we've been quite down on Marvel in the recent. Hey, it's been a rough couple of months for Marvel. Miss Marvel, she's not married. Miss Marvel missed the mark for us. Thor: Love and Thunder was downright atrocious. The more I think about that movie, the more I think that movie is so bad. It was awful. That's the worst Marvel movie ever made.
Wow, the worst one. Maybe.
No, it's really bad.
It's pretty bad. But still yet happens to be something I'd rather watch than most DC stuff, I think. Most DC stuff.
If you tell me that I have a choice to watch Thor: Love and Thunder versus Suicide Squad, the Suicide Squad, fuck them. It's Thor: Love and Thunder every single day for the rest of my life. I would anything to not watch that movie again.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they've had a rough summer. She-Hulk's been hit or miss for some people, but yeah. This looks fun. It looks different. It's supposed to be like a 30s, 40s, 50s horror movie. Yes. So, yeah, I'm in for it. I hope it's good. We'll definitely be watching, reviewing it, and talking about it. I was very surprised because I had read that this thing was basically never going to come out. It's the first like official announcement they've ever made about it, and there's been rumors, but yeah, I'm happy about it. I thought the trailer was great. Like you said, there's some Man-Thing is in the trailer. That's a big Marvel character.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes. Yeah,
Man-Thing's in the trailer. Cool. Also, I read that the characters, the werewolf, eventually will, when you do see him, it'll be a suit. It won't be CGI.
Yes.
So I don't know. Like I feel like some people are going to be angry about that, but I think that's kind of cool.
Why? I think it totally plays with the style that they're going for. There was that animatronic. Dead person. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's silly. It's great.
It's so good. Yeah,
I don't know anything about the comics, but I do know that Werewolf by Night does connect, and Man-Thing do connect to Moon Knight. So it doesn't mean we're going to see Moon Knight in this, but hey, it is a cool little thing, and I think it's just a neat little experiment for Marvel. So hopefully people like it. Hopefully we like it. But yeah, that was. That was.
It looks awesome. No, it was a huge surprise. I was like, this looks sick.
Agreed.
Totally.
So let's go from that into Secret Invasion. So we'll start with the two actual footage things that we've got because that was it.
Yes.
You got Werewolf by Night trailer, and then you got this Secret Invasion trailer. Secret Invasion looks cool. This is another one that looks like it's going to be an action thriller. It does seem like Marvel's going back to its roots a little bit, and from the whole gist of the panel, I think that's what you got. That Marvel's going, hey, here was phase 4. We're gonna leave phase 4 here, and we're gonna, as a monster truck goes racing
someone's leaving
by.
phase 4 right now.
Yeah, that's someone leaving phase 4 right now. That's exactly what's happening.
MCU fans leaving phase 4.
Yeah, get the hell out of here. It does seem like it's going back to like, you know, Civil War and Captain America Winter Soldier kind of vibes, you know, espionage, things like that. So yeah, it looks cool. Ed, what were your thoughts on the trailer?
Oh yeah, it looks great. I watched it like 2 or 3 times. It looks really great. Again, it does harken back to the Winter Soldier line of things, and that makes sense. It has Nick Fury, obviously, a lot of the characters from that time, and it looks. Again, it looks great. I love the shot. I don't know exactly what's going on. Obviously, the Skrulls are involved, and clearly, what I loved about it most was the story beat, where it's like we're not exactly sure how much Fury like kind of knows what's going on. Right. And what he's been doing with the Skrulls ever since Captain Marvel, all these years. But clearly, this is coming to a head, and that's really interesting. So, like to see where he's been and coming to this potential, I guess maybe like again invasion of the Skrulls on Earth or wherever it is. Pretty exciting. I like that. I like that he's like kind of keeping it a secret, but he's clearly distressed. Like this is something that could really become shit for everybody, and I think that's really cool. And I love to see who plays Talos? What's his name?
Ben Mendelsohn. Ben
Mendelsohn back. He looks great. That scene where like he grabs the guy, and they all turn into Skrulls.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks great. It looks like a cool political thriller.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Yeah. I think it's I think there's one incredibly great line in the very beginning of the trailer. It's Maria Hill is basically saying, "You've been gone for so long, I don't even know which Nick this is," or something of those sorts. So it's like, wait a minute, how long has he actually been gone? Was he gone during Stark's wedding? Was he gone during any of the other Avengers films? Like in Age of Ultron, is that Fury?
Oh my God!
Like how long has it been
a lot of
Fury?
things. Yeah,
I don't
know.
So I think that's a really, really cool thing. Ben Mendelsohn is the best part that we got out of Captain Marvel.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's going to be really great to see where that story goes. And again, I think the visuals look great. It looks like it's really, really high quality. You can tell this is another show that's been in production a long time, and it does look that way to me. So hopefully it doesn't disappoint, because I do have high hopes for that one. So those are the 2 things we got trailers for. Now let's move on to everything else that was exclusive to the panel, which is horseshit, Marvel, but okay. I mean, you're like, Marvel's live streaming this fucking thing.
I know.
While they're live streaming this, while this panel's going on, you know what their live stream is showing? It's showing an interview with Dr. Poole, a vet that has a show on Nat Geo called The Incredible Dr. Poole.
What the fuck?
That's what they're live streaming. So instead of like live streaming this and just cutting away during the live footage, you have to follow along on Twitter, and it's a little interesting. But anyway, so where do you want to start here with this panel? Do you want to start with? Let's start with Black Panther.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
Panel kicked off, right?
Yeah.
So Black Panther, the cast was there. Ryan Coogler was there. They spoke about the movie, and then they showed some footage here. The the footage was shown, and there was apparently one scene, with Angela Bassett, who is announcing to the world that the Black Panther is gone. And that, she's at some sort of press conference. I think we see it in the first trailer when we see her walk in and she announces to the world. And then we find out that the movie is really about the world is coming into Wakanda to try to take it over while it's at its weakest. Ooh. So there's some footage of Namor and M'Baku fighting, and M'Baku breaks his staff on Namor's arm, on like his bicep, because he's so strong, and then Namor just launches him. And then we got confirmation that Shuri will be the major focus of this movie, which confirms our suspicions. She will most likely be the Black Panther 4. Is it this movie? We don't know. But she will be it for just this one.
Okay.
Anything further? Not really sure quite yet, right?
Sure.
Right, and then we get to see the Dora Milaje. They fight some soldiers who are trying to steal some Wakandan. What's the metal called?
Vibranium.
Vibranium. And yes, they're trying to steal some vibranium, and we see the Dora Milaje take them all out. Sick. Yeah, a lot of the footage was shown. It looked as beautiful as the first trailer with the cinematography, and everything was just amazing. The film is still being edited as we speak. It's almost done. And yeah, that's basically the big takeaways from this movie. Oh, last thing. So sorry. We also got to see Ironheart, Riri Williams, fly in her suit.
Whoa, cool.
They, not me, Ed. We won't get to see that probably until the second trailer. But that's the recap of the footage. Yeah, and I think it just kind of, the way, it's not so much the footage that's got me excited. It's the way people like Brandon Davis and all the people that we follow and know about, Eric Voss, all these guys are talking about the footage shown. They're talking about how gorgeous it looks. They're saying it is the most beautiful Marvel product that they've seen in a long time.
Wow.
And that's what has me most excited about this footage and the takeaway from this D23 portion of the panel. So what do you think about it? How does all that sound to you? And are you more excited? What's up?
I mean, I'm obviously even more excited. I love that the lingering sentiment still is that it looks beautiful, because that's one of the best things that I could give the first trailer, is that it just it was gorgeous. Just the cinematography, the coloring in particular, I thought was just
Chef's
incredible. Yeah. So it's good to know that's following through. That's not just something from the trailer. The other thing that you mentioned that I think now is getting me even more excited is a little bit of that premise that you just divulged about how, because they no longer have their king, this is the perfect time for outside forces to come in. That's a great synopsis. I like how they're not straying away from something as dark but also realistic as that. They could have made this as a little bit more flowery just because, because of his death. It could have been maybe they could have chosen a path that was a little bit more flowery, just like less, try to keep the attitude up. But no, it sounds like they're sticking to their guns about like, look, this was a sad moment for the world, for us as a family, and we're gonna share that. We're gonna delve into it, and we're gonna keep it realistic. And the fact that not all these forces are gonna like come pummeling in on Wakanda, I mean, that's scary. That's scary. There's a lot of drama in that, and I'm glad that they went with that route, and I hope they follow through. So overall, obviously, I'm completely excited for this movie even more. So, but what do you think about?
Yeah, I mean, I want to piggyback off your point, dude, and just go like the narrative of a king falling and then the kingdom falling.
Yes,
that's a tried and true narrative, right? And like that happened in real life. And when the king fell, other kingdoms would come in and take over that kingdom. And that's exactly what's happening in this. And I think that's just a brilliant way to work in what has been a very tragic passing of Chadwick Boseman. And it'll work really, really well. Now, who is the actual villain of this film? We don't know. Is it Namor? Could be, or it could be like he could be an anti-hero and they're hiding the real villain for now.
Right.
But yeah, this does sound like the best possible movie to end Phase 4. It is, we haven't heard anything about T'Challa dying in any other Marvel product, which to me is kind of weird, but maybe they're keeping it secret and we'll find out more about it. But yeah, it's, again, I'm with you. Just, if the footage looks half as good as that trailer, I don't think anyone is going to be disappointed with this film. So yeah, I'm very excited for it. If anything, I'm more excited than I was. And yeah, that's it. Anything else you got on Wakanda Forever?
I mean, I wanna see the goddamn footage. So
Marvel. It's a little weird, guys. I feel like this event though is like super expensive to go to attend. I've never been to a D23, so they're probably like, you know what, hey, let's let's do an un-Disney like thing and actually give them money, give them bang for their buck.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I mean, I've tried to sign up for D23 before, and like you need to either had like a pass already for Disneyland, or, it's not as simple as you're just a nobody and then, oh, I can go to D23. No, it's a little more of that. You have to show that you've some sort of what do you call it? Allegiance, or loyalty to Disney in some way, and
like a blood oath or something.
Yeah, obviously, and then maybe you can pay a little bit less to get into D23, or your press. It's one of those things. Yeah,
press. That would be a nice thing to be right now.
It would be great. Yeah, it would be great. But yeah, no. I mean, I'm glad though that at least everyone's reacting positively, and it's around the corner. It's fine. It's right there. So
it's 2 months away.
It's 2 months away.
Yeah, it's crazy to say this, but we're basically in the middle of September already.
Oh yeah.
So it's a month and a half away. It's the beginning of November. We're probably going to get another trailer. My guess is we get another trailer the first week of October. Monday Night Football, tickets on sale. Yeah.
Right. I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Can't wait.
So now we'll move on to what happened after that. Ironheart, Ryan Coogler, stuck on set. He's exec producing Ironheart. They revealed a new logo and they showed off some footage. They showed off footage of her wearing many different armors, and they revealed Anthony Ramos. He is a practicer. That's a word, I think, maybe. He takes part in the dark arts. So he played a character named The Hood, and he will be the main antagonist of this series. And it's kind of a cool premise. They said it will be your mechanical hero versus your mystical hero. Which that's a pretty good premise, is it not, Ed?
Okay, that is actually a pretty good premise. I like that. Yeah, I guess you're right. Like, I feel like the typical thing what they could have done is put Ironheart against another Ironheart, which is what they typically do.
Yeah, which Iron Man 1, 2, and 3 are about that.
Yeah, which we've seen that already. So that's cool. I didn't even know that Hood motherfucker was like a mystic arts practicer. That's cool.
Someone from Iron Man 3 is back in Ironheart, by the way.
Justin Hammer.
No. Alden.
Oh, wait, Iron Man 3.
Emmerich.
Sorry.
Alden Emmerich.
Is he the boy?
No, he's the guy with the extremist stuff in his body.
What did he play? Who did he play?
I don't know.
One of the soldiers?
Alden Ehrenreich.
Oh, wait, he's the one who played Solo. But he's,
yeah.
You
mean Iron Man 3?
No, I don't think so.
I am completely wrong. He was not in Iron Man 3.
Yeah. But he plays an extremist soldier? Is that what you're saying? Or?
No, I thought he did.
Oh, okay. I don't know who Alden Ehrenreich's playing. I have no clue.
I was getting confused with somebody else. My bad. Whoops. Anyway, so that's the Ironheart footage. Any other thoughts on that?
I mean, we don't see it. I mean the whole mystic arts versus armor. That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool.
I think that's mechanical versus mystical. I think that's really cool. Should be fun.
Yeah, but I'm curious to see though. I mean, this is like basically saying, oh, this is your new Iron person, Iron Man.
I think they are working it in to be. She will be the new Iron Man in the universe.
So that's I know it's not like it's not like someone taking on the mantle directly of Tony Stark or of RDJ. That being said, like it is the next Iron person in this lineup, so it's kind of like Phil's shoes to fill. Yeah, and I hope that I hope I get that.
Cool. They're massive shoes to fill. The footage is described here as gritty, realistic, and a little bit more down to the earth. So, again, it does seem like Marvel is course correcting a little bit.
But haven't they been? This has been production for a while too, right?
This has been in production for a while. Yes,
so
Ironheart has been in production for a while, and so has Secret Invasion. Hey,
unless Kevin Feige saw this coming, I don't know. Like they're on a completely different timeline than from where the public is seeing this stuff. So I don't know, but
not to hijack the conversation, but
that's fine.
I think Phase 4 was an experiment. I
Really?
think
You
that
think so,
Phase
huh?
4 was, hey, let's try this Miss Marvel. Let's see if we can get young girls on board. Let's try She-Hulk. She-Hulk is what it is. Love it or hate it, but it is directed at women and women audiences. They are trying to get a women audiences. Let's try something like the Eternals. Hey, love it or hate it. We loved it. A lot of people hated it. Let's give Shang-Chi a try. More martial arts focused, and then completely off the rails with the action. Like that's what Shang-Chi is. I think Phase 4 was an experiment to see what worked and what didn't work, and where they're going to put their focus going forward. Because there are no shows so far that have been announced that fit any of the bills that we've seen so far from Phase 4. Like there's not a new teenager show. Like they're not. Right. Ironheart's not being pitched as like a teenager show as Miss Marvel was. There's not a comedy. There's not a 30-minute sitcom. Unless they give She-Hulk a second season, they're like Agatha House of Covenness or whatever the hell.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. They've said that'll be like a dark show. So it does seem that they said, hey, let's try some new stuff. Let's see if it works. Let's see what sticks. And then we'll go from there. And I think, hey, Moon Knight. Moon Knight was an experiment as well. It's completely devolved from the MCU. There's no connection to it at all. And it's basically a psychological thriller. A guy fighting amongst himself, right?
Yeah, I agree.
That's all different things for the MCU that they said, we'll give it a shot and we'll see what works and what doesn't work. And we're going forward. What do you think about that?
I don't think that's a bad theory. I mean, I think it maybe contextualizes some of the fears we were having or doubts that we had with Feige, like us not really trusting him anymore. I like the idea that maybe this is all part of the plan in the first place. I like. Maybe it's very possible. I'd like to think that maybe that's the truth. Maybe it's like, look, this whole all this woke movement and politics, like we're not going to get away from it. Maybe let's just try. Let's just see. I don't know. And then from there, maybe we can course correct. It's a ballsy move. It's a ballsy move.
I think it's a ballsy move. I'm with you because you could lose a lot of people, but you
they already are.
Yeah, you are. But you have people like us who have just hated some of the stuff, and we're still watching. You said you weren't going to watch She-Hulk after episode 2, and you watched episode 3 and 4.
You're right. It feels exploitive, though. I don't like the feeling of it. But yes, you're right. We're invested.
He has the hooks in us already.
Yeah, he has the by the balls.
So
what do you want us to
say? We can say, hey, let's try some new stuff. We'll see what works, and then we'll course correct. Because I'm going to go into some more shows and more footage descriptions, and they don't sound anything like the shows we got during Phase 4. So again, I am more certain than I have ever been that Phase 4 was just this big experiment by Kevin Feige to try new things and, kind of figure out, okay, here's how we can maneuver the future of the MCU so we can be a little bit different, but not crazy different where people are jumping off board.
Bro, I hope you're right. That's all I can say. I hope to God you are right. I hope to God. That's all I can say. I hope to God you're right. Yeah, I love that. I love that theory. And I hope it's true. I really do. Because right now, I'm totally scared. Like I'm not excited for most of the things coming out. I've lost almost all faith in how they're gonna handle everything coming forward. And but this putting it in this light makes me feel a little better if that's true.
So you're not excited about Ant-Man?
Let's see, man. I was excited about Multiverse of Madness and Thor.
Okay, yeah.
I was really excited about those, and both really shat the bed for me. And then now you have Miss Marvel and She-Hulk. I mean, there's this slew of just really not great Marvel at all.
I'm not defending She-Hulk or Miss Marvel. I do think both shows are flawed. But in their defense, those shows are not meant for you and I. They are not meant for what we think is funny, what we find good.
Great point. That's a great point. And it's not like I agree with you. Like you're right. I think the audience needs to be taught that, like, you know, sometimes things aren't going to be made for specifically you. There are smaller niches in this fandom that should, you know, get a little something for them. And you know what? That's fair. And you know, we've been spoiled for a decade. That's the problem that I think we have, is that we've been spoiled for a decade.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, you know, these things come out and we're like, this can't be real. Like this is not. And you know what was Kevin Feige supposed to do? Like stand there and go, hey, all you people, remember all that stuff you love? We're not going to do that right now. So just enjoy this. Like, no, they have to release it as if, you know, to everyone. And then if some people don't like it, then some people don't like it. Then hopefully their demographic goes. Like, I get it. You know, it's a bit of a shock. I wish there was a better way to had softened the blow for us, but maybe there really wasn't. There just really wasn't, because at the end of the day, like, you know, they're trying to make this as broad and open to everyone as possible. And like, who knows, maybe there are some people like us who loved phases 1, 2, and 3 and who might love that. And so I get it. Yeah, like you said, it's a maneuver, and they have to figure out how this works. And it just sucks for people like us. But it's good to know, I guess, that there's another area of the Marvel fandom that are appreciating it. And whatever.
I think to, you know, like, to jump on your point as well, is like, what has disappointed us isn't so much the content, it's the quality.
Yes.
That's the biggest problem that we're having. Because I've had arguments with friends. They're like, oh, you're just, you know, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, no, I'm not judging it on that. I'm judging it based on the quality we've received for the past 10 years and the just immense drop off a cliff that happened.
Absolutely.
That's our biggest problem with it. And I just want to, like, voice that out. Make that clear. Like, show what? You have She-Hulk. I don't care if she's a character or not. I don't care if Ms. Marvel's a character or not. As long as they're good and well written and well executed, I'm all for that.
Right. People think that's the thing. It's just like people have such a narrow-minded view about criticism that way. It's like they hear us say it's a woman or whatever, or it's politics. It's like, but that's just one part of it. I'm not saying that I don't. Again, it's not because she's a woman. That's not what it is. But what it is that the quality is dropping. And I would say it's in lieu of that focus to more push towards that kind of stuff. Those, whether it's politics or wokeness or whatever. Right. I personally think that it's because of that. Now I'm not saying it's that you should think so. That's just what my analysis of it is. That being said, you're right. The bottom line is quality is not good. The quality, comparatively speaking, is definitely not where it was. Ultimately, that's what I care about. Yeah. Like, you know,
go look at the CGI in Thor: Love and Thunder and tell me that's a good movie.
Yeah, right.
It's like, that's one of it's offensive. But yeah, that's where we're getting that point at. But anyway, back to D23 after our Phase 4 is an experiment conversation. So sorry about that.
I like that tangent. It was good.
Yeah, we total tangent. Anyway,
great point.
So after Ironheart is where we stopped. New footage. Anthony Ramos will be playing the Hood. That's super cool. Great. Then Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania footage was shown. It, from everything I've read, it's the same footage that was shown at Comic-Con. Okay. There doesn't seem to be any new things happening. Just a little bit more of the conversation between Kang and Ant-Man, where Kang asked Ant-Man, said we should team up, and then more of that conversation where he says, "Have I killed you yet?" You know, you Avengers are so hard to keep track of, one and the same. But that's
God, it's such a good line.
That's a great line. And line. That looks like it's going to be a really fun movie. That movie comes out in February, so it's not far off. So that's great. And then after that, we got The Werewolf by Night. This is obviously, we already said our thoughts on that. Sounds good. Then Loki season 2. Footage was shown of that. And Tom Hiddleston gave us his basically the speech of why the show will be so important. The show will directly connect to the multiverse saga. Big, massive duh, if you didn't already figure that out. But it will continue with Loki trying to deal with the fallout of Sylvie's actions, and it will show a little bit more of Mobius's backstory and how he actually ended up at the TVA.
Love it.
Sounds great. Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson. Yeah, please.
Yes,
just keep going.
yes.
Yeah.
It should be great. And then on top of that, the series will literally kick off right where it ended. So the season 2 picks up right where season 1 ended. Mobius and I believe it's like B115, that's her name in the show, have no idea who Loki is. No idea where he came from. So awesome. Yeah, that's the pitch for that. Ed, I think I know how you feel about it. Also, Ki-Hu Kwan.
Yeah, Ki-Hu Kwan.
Ki-Hu Kwan. He is officially joining the cast. He was in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yes.
Most people know him as Short Round from
Waymond.
Table Doom. Yeah, Waymond.
Yeah.
Waymond. Anyway, he's joining the cast. That's super fun. Ed, what are your thoughts and excitements and everything on Loki season 2?
We both love Loki season 1. I can't wait for Loki season 2. What can I say? It's all the same pieces seem to be coming back. Yeah, and we're gonna learn more about the multiverse. And yeah, the Ki-Hu Kwan announcement made me flip off the roof because I'm just like, I loved him in that movie. I've loved him. Temple of Doom again is my favorite Indiana Jones movie. I love Short Round. So to know that he's in the MCU, like to know that he's in the MCU, that's so crazy. Like I love that. What a comeback I love that guy's story. I am so happy for him. I think this is just he's gonna make a great addition. And I don't know what else to say. Like until we learn more, I loved that show. And I love Sylvie. And I am curious now though, now that it's coming after Quantumania, is that's accurate, right?
Yeah,
it's after
Quantumania next year. So yeah, Quantumania is February. Sorry.
One of the things I heard from the panel from for Quantumania also was that it leads directly into Kang Dynasty.
It does.
Is that true?
They're saying it directly impacts Kang Dynasty and
Kang Dynasty. Okay, so that's interesting. So because there's a bit of time, a little bit, right? Still, there's a little bit of time until Kang Dynasty.
A bit of time from
So that's.
It'll be 2 years from when.
There you go.
I think
that's a lot of time.
Yeah, I full on think that those heroes are going to get stuck in the quantum realm, and someone somewhere will have to come and get them. Yeah, again. Yeah.
I would love for that to be a trope for the rest of the series. Like someone gets Paul Rudd just keeps getting stuck in the quantum realm.
That would be amazing.
And then like every time a new animal saves him, so like next time a bird saves him, presses a button, he comes back. Yeah. That's fucking hilarious. Anyway, so that's interesting to me because then if Loki season 2 comes and that may also feature Kang, obviously maybe another Kang. Mm-hmm. So how all that kind of plays together. That's pretty interesting. So cool.
So that's that. And then we got a little bit of confirmation of a show that we haven't heard much from at all.
Armor Wars.
Armor Wars, yes. Armor Wars. It is dealing with the fallout of people fighting over Tony Stark's armor tech. So, I mean,
that's still a thing, huh? Ever since Iron Man 2, it's
never going away. You could pretty much trace back a bunch of the problems in the world to Iron Man and Iron Man 2. Justin Hammer will be in Armor Wars.
Yes!
So I think that's super.
Yes. Oh.
Don Cheadle obviously coming back.
That's all I wanted.
Don Cheadle's also in Secret Invasion. It looks like he plays
Secret Invasion. Yeah, he's in the trailer. So
yeah, it looks like he plays a pretty big role. There's a point where Sam Fury asks him, Nick Fury, not Sam Fury. I joined the names. Where Nick Fury actually asks him, "How much do you know about your security detail?"
Right.
And there's a great shot of him going like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" That's Armor Wars. A lot of people. It was announced, I think, almost 2 years ago at the last D23, and we've heard nothing about it.
Yeah, it's zero.
Not an actual thing. But that actually starts shooting early 2023.
Okay.
And it directly connects to Secret Invasion.
I also see it sounds like it should connect to Ironheart somewhere too. Like how is it that Don Cheadle or
I'm so glad you mentioned that.
You know?
Yeah, like unless they've completely changed Riri Williams' backstory and now she will be like a mentor of Shuri or something like that, which could, I mean, absolutely positively be something they're doing.
Maybe.
I guess it fits, right? I think it is weird that no Iron Man character or anybody has been mentioned for this series yet.
Besides, why am I forgetting his name? Don Cheadle. Yeah, besides him.
Right. So it's weird that no Pepper Potts will be in Ironheart. I mean, maybe she'll make.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Yeah. So you would think she would be a big part of that.
Yeah, like someone would be like, "Hey, maybe we should go talk to this kid that made her own Iron Man armor. Shouldn't we go say something to her?" You know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would bet we would see a cameo from Pepper Potts and the daughter Morgan as well.
Morgan
Stark. I mean, for sure. I feel like we should see them. I mean, if you're gonna bring back Justin Hammer and all that, Whiplash cameo. I don't know. No, probably not.
Let's hope.
My bud.
I really hope not. I didn't.
It'd be funny if Justin Hammer kept the bird. That would be really great.
I'm good if I don't see.
Ricky Rourke. No, there's no way he's in it. No, there's no way.
Okay,
I'm saying maybe the bird. I'd like the bird to make a cameo.
Okay, so that's Secret Invasion and Armor Wars. I'm excited about those shows. Again, it goes back to my theory. All these shows do not sound like anything we've gotten.
Nah, and to say that, no announcement of Miss Marvel 2.
Yeah, no, it's
season 2.
You're seeing
season 2.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh. We got the numbers back.
Oh my god.
We need the course correct, buddy.
This is where I'm like, I don't know Kevin Feige personally, but I know his genius, and I know for a fact he must have seen this coming. Like I just know for a fact he had seen this coming. So which is why I think, your theory that this was an experiment, it might be really true, and I hope it's correct. That's all we can hope.
Honest to God, I think they just said, "Fuck it, let's try something new, and let's see how it comes out." What do we have to lose? What do we have to lose? Or Marvel? Maybe we lose some hardcore fans here and there, but like if they're that hardcore about it, do we really want them anyway?
Again, it feels a little nasty, but you're right. I mean, he's not wrong. Yeah, we're still watching it. We're still here.
In an industry that's always been, we're going off on a tangent again. In an industry that's always been adapt or die. Westerns.
That's a great way of putting it. You're right.
Died.
Adapt or die.
You got to adapt or die. So he sees that and he says, you know what? We have to try new things. We have to see if we can get these things to work. So we're going to try a prequel for the first time. We're going to show what's her name? Black Widow's been doing. We're gonna try this like space serious thing with the Eternals. I don't think it worked out all that well. Hey,
should have.
I agree, should have. But we're gonna try this teenage show. Maybe we can have more teenage shows. Maybe Miss Marvel can be our Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse kind of thing. That's what we're gonna try a sitcom. Maybe we can have a superhero sitcom. So I think that's what had happened. Anyway, that's all that. We already went on that tangent. So after Loki and Secret Invasion and Armor Wars, there's a lot of titles.
That's a lot of fucking wars. Yeah.
A whole lot of wars, yeah. Chill, Marvel.
A lot of wars, man.
Anyway, we got a first look trailer. Not we. The attendants got a first look trailer of Echo, which the biggest part of Echo is that the Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio himself, is back, and guess what? He's alive. You didn't know that. He's alive. Shocker. He has an eye patch on, which is like a very iconic panel from a comic book. So I think Echo shoots him in the face, and he survives. So straight from the comics. So but Vincent D'Onofrio is back. It has a lot of action, a lot of fighting, and just apparently it looks pretty great from the footage. The action looks visceral and hard hitting. So I'm I know I'm going to ask you your thoughts in a second. I know you're talking about the show. I'm actually really excited for this show. Daredevil, there's Spider-Man. I read that a lot as a kid, obviously. And then there's Daredevil and the characters that surrounded Daredevil. And I've always have a soft spot for Daredevil and all those characters. And I'm very excited for this show. Matt Murdock will be in it. Look, you put Matt Murdock in anything, I'm going to fucking watch it. I'm not even going to lie to you. So I'm very excited for it. Martial arts, street level. I'm in. I'm so in for it. So what do you think on it? I already know your thoughts. So what do you think?
Yeah, no, I could care less about this show at the moment. At the moment, I don't really care for the character. I didn't attach to her at all in that show.
That's fair. I mean, there wasn't much to attach to, if I'm honest.
That's what I'm saying. I just didn't. She's fine. I mean, I have nothing against the actress or anything. I just don't find her story that interesting. But I guess we'll see more and see what she has to bring to the table. So cool.
But
I'll watch it.
Not even the thrill of watching the Kingpin be the Kingpin again, but to get his ultimate comic book self with his power and all his strength and pretty much invincibility.
Yeah, I want to see. I mean, obviously, yes, but I always feel like I've never seen the Kingpin alone though. Like I kind of want to see the Kingpin and Daredevil and. Like come on. I love Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin. I am very excited to know that they're all back.
Yeah.
But again, what I loved about Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin though was the direction they took it in that particular show.
Universe.
That's not this anymore.
Right.
So let's see. Like I don't know if he's going to be as interesting as the way that he was portrayed in that show, but we'll see. Of course I'm excited. I'm going to watch it, but it's still an Echo show. It's still about Echo. It's not going to be about Kingpin unless for some reason they do. So we'll see. Right. But yeah, as the show, as the main character, as of right now, I could care less. I'm sure I'll watch it and let's see. That's all. So,
okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, we'll find out. We'll see. Echo, her first trailer was shown to the crowd there. Moving on from Echo, Vincent D'Onofrio stuck on stage and he said, I can't wait to tell you about my new show as well. And then Mr. Charlie Cox himself came out and said, don't you mean my show? And that's how they
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like you want to see Daredevil and him together.
Yeah. And I mean, what an intro, right? He's talking about my show, and then Matt Murdock himself comes out and like, don't you mean my show? Apparently their chemistry was very, very good, but they said no footage shown. Obviously they haven't started shooting that yet. But they start shooting early next year. Lots of things in production for Marvel next year. It's kind of crazy. Early next year for their 2024 release, and that they will have 18 episodes. We knew that already, but it's going to be, I mean, he's the ground level Avenger leader. I'm so excited for Daredevil Born Again. Even if Disney makes everything and it's all shitty for the next year and a half, it doesn't matter. I'm still watching Daredevil Born Again. I don't care. I'm watching that show.
100%. I mean, I got to see it. It's literally one of the best things that Marvel has produced is that show, Daredevil.
Yes, absolutely.
It's still great. And that character, I honestly, man, I wouldn't mind if they made him the leader. Like I want Matt Murdock to be the leader. How cool would that be? How cool would that be to have the blind dude from Hell's Kitchen lead a version of the Avengers? That'd be fucking awesome.
No, I think he's going to be there.
So cool.
Look, he's going to be a big part of Marvel, right? He's in
They've
She-Hulk.
already said it. Yeah, they've already said
She-Hulk. He's in Echo. He's getting his own show. I'm sure he's going to be somewhere else. They're going to use him as much as they can because they know how much people love him. Speaking of She-Hulk, they released a mid-season trailer. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw a little bit of it. Yeah, he's in it.
Speaking to her and talking to her, and we'll get to that later because it just made me actually very excited for the second half of the season. But moving on, Daredevil Born Again, they just gave us a logo. It's just the D&D in a circle.
Awesome.
Woohoo! Yeah, great. Anyway, now we're going on to Captain America New World Order. And surprise here, Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie is part of it. Duh, he's Captain America.
I hope so.
But his best friend, Bucky, Sebastian Stan, is not in this movie. He's not
At
part of the
all.
cast. Well, I mean, as
Something
far
tells
as
me-
we know, they gave us a new logo for it. Looks pretty cool. But
Yeah.
they announced that Tim Blake Nelson will be returning as the leader. He is the guy in The Incredible Hulk who gets hit in the head, and you see his head start to grow bigger and bigger.
Right.
And Isaiah Bradley is back.
Oh, no way.
Yes, Isaiah Bradley is back, and the new Falcon, who was in
the show.
he was in the show. I can't remember his name, but he was also in Captain.
Danny Ramirez is the actor.
Danny Ramirez, that's the actor. He was in Top Gun Maverick as well.
He was, yes,
Yes.
as a Payback or
Yes.
Fanboy for those.
I think it was Payback.
I think it's Payback.
I think it's Payback. We should know. We've seen that movie a lot. Anyway,
Pretty
but he's the new Falcon. That's been officially announced. I think that's really cool.
Awesome.
Jules Ona was there to announce the cast and everything. And again, that's very exciting. Isaiah Bradley's back. You saw that he still had super strength.
Love it.
Yeah, so we could
One of
get
my favorite parts of the show was that whole.
we're gonna get 2 Captain Americas suited up in this, along with a very old school Marvel character introduced all the way in Phase 1. Marvel's really pulling out all the stops. When it comes
I
to
love that. I love that.
characters.
I love Tim Blake Nelson coming back as that. And again, they're not shying away actually from the Incredible Hulk. As you saw in She-Hulk's episode 1, they even made a point to be like, I'm a completely different person now. Like literally
we just laughed about it. Yeah.
I love it. I think that's great. I'm glad that they for a while they were like trying to forget that whole thing, and then now they're going into it. I love Tim Blake Nelson. He's awesome. So the fact that he's still up and running as that, they're still making sure that as many avenues are still going. I mean, from back then, I mean, that's crazy, man. That's
making sure all the boxes are still being checked. Dude.
Yeah.
Kind of nuts how they're doing it.
It's pretty sick. Yeah, that's really can't wait.
So, I can't wait either. That sounds like it's going to be a really kind of fun and great film. No other information was really given about anything. Obviously not. Agent 13 is back in this one. That's another thing to be excited about.
Do you think we will get old Cap? He's not dead. We know he's not dead.
Part of
me
does think we will see him.
He's gonna live till he's like 500 years old.
Yeah, part of me thinks we'll see an old man Cap. I don't think he'll be as old as they made him look in fucking Endgame, because they made him look old as fuck. I think they're gonna retcon that, and we'll see him, the new Captain America, Anthony Mackie, and Isaiah Bradley suited up,
God, dude,
ready to go. I mean, like, that'll be the stand-up moment, because this movie.
How do you not have Bucky though?
Well, see, it's very strange, because the next movie is basically the pseudo team-up movie of Phase 5. It's the only team-up movie we're getting through Phase 4 or 5 until Phase 6.
Wild to think.
Yeah. And that is the Thunderbolts. And Thunderbolts, the official team was finally revealed. I'm going to read it off here.
Do it.
So we have David Harbour as Red Guardian, Hannah John Carmen as Ghost, Wyatt Russell as U.S. Agent, Taskmaster. I don't know how to say her name in this, but I would say it if I did. Taskmaster is back. And then good old Bucky Barnes himself, Sebastian Stan. He will be part of the Thunderbolts. And the leader of the team,
Yelena.
Of course, Yelena. She
love it.
A video message to the crowd to announce the team. It's so great. Obviously, also Julia Louis-Dreyfus will also be back as Valentina. She's basically the new Fury. Yeah. I was gonna call him Sam again. I was like, no, it's not. His name's not Sam. The new Nick Fury. But so I agree with you that it's very weird that Bucky's not going to be in Captain America. But I am so excited that he's getting his own little side project with this.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Well, I mean, since New World Order is coming first.
New World comes like a month before.
I bet money it'll lead into Thunderbolts somehow. It has to.
I'm willing to bet.
Has to.
I'm willing to bet somebody my car that Bucky will show up in New World
Your
Order.
car.
Like I guarantee you, Bucky will show up in New World Order.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be even if it's just like a end credits scene. It's got to lead into. I mean, come on, those are the same world, literally. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So that's cool. I'm fine if Bucky's not in the whole movie. That's fine.
Right.
But I'm sure we'll get a little something.
Maybe because again, their chemistry was the best part about Captain and the Winter Soldier.
Sure, of course.
You know what I mean. Anyway,
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But
Absolutely.
it is technically Captain and the Winter Soldier now. I guess,
It
right?
is. Yeah.
Anyway, their chemistry was the best part of that show. So I do think we'll see him for maybe just a little bit, and then he'll say, listen, I gotta go handle something.
Yeah.
It could be like a really funny exchange. Like, what the hell do you mean you gotta go handle something? What do you have to go handle?
Right.
And he has to go meet the Thunderbolts. And yeah, that's a big film. Again, that's the only team up
movie. Yeah.
It's the only team up movie of Phase 4 and 5. Which is crazy. And then there isn't another one for another year.
As far as we know, as far one of these other movies that are coming out could just be a surprise Civil War or a half Avenger.
Phase 6 is what? I think Phase 6 kicks off later that year.
I believe so.
With that Fantastic Four. Yeah, no, Fantastic Four. Yeah. So
team up. I mean, they're a team, but multiple. We'll see. Right. Yeah, we'll see. Right. Well, I wanted to say one area where I was a little disappointed, although I swear there's no way it's over for him. Baron Zemo.
Oh,
I really thought they were going to announce him as one of the team. It kills me a little bit to know he's not a part of the team, but all I pray is that he's not. It's not the final time we see Baron Zemo in the MCU, because he's literally one of my favorite characters, and I will die.
I'm with you. I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you 120%. I was a little sad to not see that Baron Zemo is not in New World Order or in the Thunderbolts, or just Thunderbolts.
It's not announced.
But I think it's going to be one of those. He's not announced. I think Marvel's not stupid. All the characters we saw in Falcon and the Winter Soldier are basically assigned to somebody. So yeah, again, we're going back to Kevin Feige not being an idiot.
Yeah,
he knows how popular.
Prayers. He's not an idiot. Yeah, he knows Baron Zemo was a big hit.
I mean, hell, we could see Baron Zemo in fucking Wakanda forever. He's in a Wakandan jail. Remember?
Right. Oh, I forgot. You're right.
Yeah. Which means I
forgot about that.
Because he's in a Wakandan jail, he's more likely to be in New World Order than he is Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
We need this guy to do something. Give it to us. I also love that it's not going to be just Sebastian Stan alone. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anthony Mackie alone. Either of them like holding their own project alone. Like they're both going to be on teams. Like Mackie, obviously he's going to be leading the team. But still, it does. I do think that like Agent 13 will have a big role. I do think that Isaiah Bradley will have a big role. And I do. Yeah. We didn't get to see much of the new Falcon in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but he seemed to be very cool and very with the moment. So hopefully that continues in the movie as well. And then with Bucky, it's nice that they're teaming him with Yelena and US Agent. Don't forget, by the end of that show, they had a good little working rapport together.
A little bit. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited. These are the two Phase 5 projects I'm most excited for.
I agree. I love the team up. It looks great.
Yeah.
I think there's most of them are quirky and funny. The fact that Red Guardian's back actually was what really surprised me the most.
Me too.
That's not who but with the continued success of Stranger Things, David Arbor still great, in the zeitgeist. I'm glad that he's continuing. So that's very cool.
I'm very excited about these two projects more than any other Phase 5 project. And that has Blade coming out with most likely. No Blade announcements at this.
One of the strangest things that I noticed was Blade being so quiet. They announced this a long time ago now at this point. And there's almost no mention of him.
There's
at all besides that his movie's coming out. That's
no
it.
footage, no casting announcements. There's a director, but they announced the director basically 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
There is nothing on Blade. And
what's going on? You would think it would be done by now,
right? To add a bigger,
would be seeing that,
right? To add a bigger question mark. That's exactly what I was about to say. It's out next year. It has the Wakanda Forever spot next year in November.
Right. Like, it's coming.
What we doing here? You know,
I definitely thought we would have seen something from that by now.
I thought it would have been in production. I don't think.
Right.
Wait, 2 seconds. Let's see. Is Blade in production?
It has to be. If it's not, I'd be completely surprised. And they better push that date.
It is not in production.
Get out. There's no way.
Blade is scheduled to start production late October.
This year. Okay, fine.
It takes about a year, right?
All right. Okay, fine. A year. Still, though, you would think, but I mean, again, they announced this so long ago.
I mean, dude, it is very strange to me that all these shows, Armor Wars, what's another show that's coming out? Secret Invasion, Daredevil, Born Again, Echo. All these shows started shooting and filming well before their year date.
Oh, 100%.
So
yeah, the fact that Blade's not in production, that hasn't been in production.
Yeah,
I mean, I would have expected that to be in production.
Yeah,
last year.
Yeah,
end of last year at the latest.
Right, because they have all these productions banked already. You know, Ant-Man and the Wasp was done in January of this
time ago. Yeah, ages now. Yeah, crazy.
It's look, Black Panther makes sense that it's still being edited because they did have a lot of production troubles. Letitia White suffered what has been reported as a very severe injury, and she had to go away for a long time. Right. Yeah. To recover. So, it is very strange to me that Blade's not in production yet. Hopefully everything's okay with that. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, no announcements for Blade.
Like not even then. Nothing. Like zero. Like nothing. Nothing. Like a costume. Like I don't know.
Not even a piece of
shot of Blade. Yeah, a shot of Mahershala Ali at all in the costume. We haven't seen that at all. It's like weird. What?
But I do hope that Blade does bring back. You know, this is all just speculation. You know, I hope it has Kit Harington and it does have the supposed Dracula storyline and all that stuff. So, of course, we've already heard Blade's voice in one movie. Right. So the voice. But here's to hoping that it does come out. It does get on schedule and is great. So now the final announcement after Thunderbolts, which is probably the biggest one and is my most excited, is the Marvels. The Marvels finished and they showed the first trailer for the movie. This thing has no information on the trailer. I don't know if it was like secret and they can't tweet about it yet, or they just haven't written up the article yet. But they showed the first movie, and it's about how these three come together and figure out how to use their powers in unison to defeat an enemy.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very excited about this film. I know nothing about this film.
Anybody is.
So noticeably missing before we wrap up the Marvel panel of this. No Guardians footage, no Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, which
my god,
and leads right into Guardians 3. So still nothing from Guardians. Don't forget about Guardians, very important. No Blade, like we just said, and then Matt Shakman was officially announced as the director of Fantastic Four, but no casting, no anything. And like leaks have been all over the place saying it's going to be this person, going to be that person. So at this point, I just want to say, don't believe any leak you read because it's all bullshit. Nobody knows. You said a month ago when Comic-Con was happening, you said something that said, would they really cast these roles without a director? And I think you were dead on. They haven't done any of that stuff yet.
They didn't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that they would.
Yeah. No, very, very good point. Very smart on your end, buddy.
Thank you.
And anyway, So that's the end of that. And like we said, some new Avatar footage was shown. Apparently, it looked very great.
Great.
A lot of people said it's going to be amazing. And then before we wrap up, we do have the Lucasfilm stuff to talk about. Really quick. Just a bunch of shows that we know about already, and
Willow.
But Willow. Don't forget about Willow, my dog.
Oh yeah,
my dog. Yeah. She's not named after that show. Well, shit, she might be. We adopted her. That was her name when maybe she is named after that show. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know, man. Don't take that away from her.
Yeah, don't take that away from her. Anyway, Willow was shown. The new Bad Batch season was given a date. The Mandalorian season 3 trailer dropped.
Yeah,
that looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll get more hyped when the Mandalorian comes around. Obi-Wan wasn't great. Boba Fett wasn't great.
No Obi-Wan season 2 announced, so that's pretty interesting.
I don't think there needs to be an Obi-Wan season 2.
I know. That's what's why again, quick question mark. Why the fuck
something
even
did drop, and there is, we do have to talk about it. So I'm gonna change my hat really quick because it's important to me.
Oh shit.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Oh, nice.
It's my
where'd you get that?
Disney World, like 4 years ago.
That's a cool hat, actually. I like that.
Yeah,
That's
my Indiana Jones hat on for the Indy 5 trailer.
Oh.
So the Indy 5 trailer, another one that dropped not to people, just because I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't drop any of this stuff. I would have dropped the Indiana 5 trailer too.
Hell yeah, I would have dropped the Indiana Jones 5 trailer.
Because as everyone spoke and tweeted about this panel, this was the one people said was the best.
Really?
Yes, people were very responsive to this trailer. They said it looked like old school Indy running around, doing his stunts. It looked pretty amazing. He was in a desert city. They showed a de-aged Indy in a flashback. Mads Mikkelsen in a Nazi outfit. Harrison riding a horse through the subway of New York City.
What?
Harrison underwater. It said it looked like a proper action adventure film that we haven't had in many years. Look, I'm very excited for this movie.
Of course.
I don't know what to think about it, but I'm very excited about it. Phoebe Waller-Bridge came in to, I guess, kind of spruce up the script a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Wait, have you seen Fleabag, though?
Some of it's pretty funny, actually.
Fleabag's awesome, dude. I love it so much.
I don't know. I haven't, she did something else, and I was like, nah, that wasn't that great.
To be fair, it's the only thing I've seen by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, but it's literally like one of my favorite shows of all time, like comedy shows of all time. It's so great. Anyways, keep going.
But yeah, she did that, and she kind of spruced it up, and she's the co-star of it. So I don't know. I don't really know what to think about it. Nick Mangold is the director. Obviously, he's done some amazing films. Ford versus Ferrari, Logan, even the Wolverine was good, had its moments,
He's on fire.
Yeah. So, but supposedly that this trailer looked amazing. And then what sold it for me, Harrison Ford came out and basically said this thing is, I've been doing this a long time. Let me tell you something. This movie is fantastic, and it's the real deal. And for Harrison Ford to be saying that, Harrison Ford's the type of movie star that doesn't give a shit about it.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
No, he fell into being a movie star, and he doesn't give a shit about. True. If you ask him a Star Wars question on the street, he's gonna punch you.
He doesn't know. Yeah,
that's how Harrison Ford acts. But for him to he was almost brought to tears in the clip. And he was talking about this movie.
What?
There's two reasons. I think he actually does care a lot about Indiana Jones.
Of course.
And two, I do honestly think he thinks this movie is fantastic. So that made me very, very excited for this movie, Ed. What are your thoughts on all that? And what's your hype level? Before you go, one tweet from I can't remember. Shoot, it's somebody that we know. He tweeted out saying, Indy 5 will be next summer's Top Gun Maverick.
Wow. I mean, that's what a big statement, obviously. Oh fuck, man. What the hell? What a way to get me going on that one. Oh shit, dude.
Yeah.
No, dude. When I heard James Mangold being the director, that was the first thing that was like, oh shit, okay, great. Kind of on board now.
Yeah.
Great choice. And I mean, honestly, that was pretty much it. I mean, that's the thing that really got me excited for this. I wasn't excited for a new Indy. I really thought they should just drop it. I mean, I don't know who could really do it justice besides maybe. Well, no, I don't know. No, but then honestly, but like when I heard James Mangold was on board, I was like, fuck yeah, okay, cool, that's a great choice. And then till today, I mean, honestly, the fact that I didn't know that till you just told me that freaking Harrison Ford himself came on stage, got out of his chair at home, to come on stage to say that this thing is awesome, the real deal, and that it teared him up. I mean, what more?
Yeah.
What more do you need? I mean, this is the guy who, again, you just said would not give a fuck.
Doesn't give a shit about any movies.
Nothing.
For him to come out and say this movie's the real deal.
Oh, dude.
I mean, that got me hyped, man.
That's all I needed, man.
I mean, the only thing that could make the movie greater is Rick O'Connell. He comes out. He's the one that helps him defeat whatever they're doing this time.
Oh man, wow, that would be an insane team up. Wow,
what a crossover.
But you're right. We'll see. I don't know, man. I mean, someone's having a comeback.
Yeah,
and if maybe he just gets in a little bit more shape, we might be able to see a Mummy Returns.
I hope so, man. I hope so. We'll talk more about the Brendan happening right now.
Yeah. Call it O'Connell or something.
Yeah. Oh fuck! Like his last hurrah, James Mangold goes and does that, and now he did Logan. Now he's doing O'Connell,
dude.
His last hurrah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Yes.
Indiana Jones 5. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Indy on a horse, like in
a subway.
That's dope. Dude, I don't know why.
All the footage they showed sound amazing. And I just want to go on a little rant here. I know I've talked a lot this episode.
Oh, that's fine.
Dude, Disney not releasing any of these trailers is a bunch of horse shit.
Yeah, it's a big bummer. That sucks.
Like that, I get that, you're showing it for the people there, but like a good chunk of people there are press, first of all. Second, like people were probably camping there. Like, I don't want to be that person camping there.
No, of course not.
This little panel. But anyway, yeah, that's D23 in a nutshell. Yeah, biggest announcement for me, best announcement for me was the Thunderbolts lineup. That was really great. And New World Order, seeing Isaiah Bradley back. I'm glad they're not just going to waste that character.
Yeah, so good. That's such a great choice. I'm so happy.
Yeah. So fingers crossed everything turns out good and Marvel corrects course. Speaking of Marvel, one last bit of news that we wanted to just kind of highlight really quick. Thor Love and Thunder director and Thor Ragnarok director Taika Waititi, it's been reported that he is out of Thor 5, that he will not be returning to direct Thor 5. I want to say this is probably the least surprising news. Did you see James Gunn kind of take a shot at him on Twitter?
Oh, no. What did he say?
He said he was talking about movies that are why modern day movies suck. And he goes, a lot of the times the directors aren't prepared when you see a big property. And he hinted at the property being Thor Love and Thunder, because he was like, the question was basically, why was this so poorly received? And he goes, well, directors aren't prepared. He was too busy being a celebrity, not busy enough actually preparing for his film. And I was like, oh. And he basically also said, I don't shoehorn myself into films for that reason, because that's not my job. And I was like,
damn.
But he's right. Like, if Korg doesn't need to be in that movie at all.
Right.
What service does he have? He dies and then he gets put back together in 2 seconds.
I mean, it's so true though. I mean, again, is that directed towards him? Maybe it is. I don't know any other director it could be towards.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like said that. He said he was too busy being a celebrity, or
yeah, I can
someone was too busy being a celebrity. I mean, that's.
Let me try to pull up the tweet really quick.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a shocker. But at the same time, man, I mean, how do you go from Thor Ragnarok, the revitalizing movie in the Thor franchise, to just like probably maybe the worst Thor movie that maybe some consider could be the worst Thor movie, or at least definitely not that great? How does that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So whoops. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it really does suck. What happened to Thor: Love and Thunder is a little bit baffling. It is a bit baffling, and especially after leading up to that movie. Again, we heard all these things about like, why isn't the trailer out yet? What's taking so long? And like, and we realized that there were problems with fucking the Game of Thrones actress, and like, what the hell? Again, how do you get Christian? I always want. How do you get Christian Bale? You got Oscar winners on this movie, and that's the level of quality that was brought. It really didn't make sense.
Yeah, no, I agree. He said it aggravates me to know, and directing is a privilege. We are so lucky to do it, and there are so many talented people out there that don't prepare properly, and that's why you see big budget movies start to fail, and it pisses me off to no end. And then there was a whole other Twitter conversation where he said, "Oh," and then this was the direct. Thor: Love and Thunder started shooting without a completed script, and he said, "No production should ever shoot without a completed script. It just leads to a disorganized production. That's all." Wow.
Damn. Okay. Well. Okay. It's very rare you see two people on the MCU train kind of taking shots at each other. That's very rare.
I think these directors are like sort of in a fraternity, or in fraternities to all men. So they're in a club. It's not all men. They're in a club together, and when they see a movie, again, like I said at the top of the show, man, Thor: Love and Thunder, every time I watch scenes from it or something, it is really, honest to God, one of the worst MCU ever made. It is so bad. It is so all over the place. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I think that the directors that are in this club, they see that and they go, "Man, this pisses me off. Like, why? This is Thor. This shouldn't be happening to Thor. We should be treating these characters with respect." And I think it did bother James Gunn a little bit. So yeah,
you're 100% right.
Yeah,
you're 100% right. Like, I get what he's saying now. Again, if it's in fact true that perhaps Taika maybe took a little bit of a had his feet up on the ottoman while he was making the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Like, it is a bit of a privilege. Like, they're to be part of this great thing where they're almost promised their next movie, as long as it they do well, and that kind of solidifies you in your career. Mm-hmm. Yeah, to maybe have taken maybe these things either a little bit not seriously, or split your time with something else. Again, maybe being a celebrity is a bit. It's like, well, this is what happens.
Yeah,
which is why I think what he said is fair. It's not like he was necessarily demonizing him or villainizing him, but he's like, look, it's the truth. Like, if you want your movie to do well, then show up.
Yeah.
Like, do it the first time you did it, and the next time, and the next time. Don't don't put your feet up. Yeah. So okay, fair enough. All right,
well, that's just a little bit of news. It's not confirmed. It's just rumored that Taika is done with Thor after Thor: Love and Thunder. That the movie did underperform. It grossed $100 million less than Ragnarok, which we said it was going to. I think Ed and I both said it would top at like maybe 700, and that's exactly.
I was thinking maybe 700. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. And you look at a movie that was received better and got better reviews, like Doctor Strange, that still got up, even though that was still a disappointment in some ways, still got up to 960 million.
Oh, that one performed. Yeah, that one actually did perform.
Yeah. Well. And that to me, that movie, hype was too high, and I do think the pandemic really fucked with that movie in a way that hurt it badly. But that's enough about Marvel. This is just all Marvel themed show because we're gonna jump into She-Hulk episodes. It's been 2 weeks since we talked and got married, so we didn't do it obviously last couple of weeks. But yeah, episode 3 and 4. So why don't you give me your thoughts on it first, starting with episode 3, because I know.
Okay.
Unless you want to skip episode 3 and just jump
to. No, that's fine. No, that's fine. So yeah, doing something I didn't think I was gonna do this week. I caught up with She-Hulk and watched episode 3 and 4. The thing about She-Hulk that's the best thing I can say is they're short.
Like they're very short. Yeah,
that's the best thing about that show, in my opinion.
Yeah,
is that they're manageable to watch while you're like cleaning like doing dishes or some shit.
Very manageable.
Yeah. But okay, look, I'll preface my review of 3 and 4 with this: is that I actually think they're a tiny step up from 1 and 2. I actually found myself laughing at some of the jokes. I actually found myself liking some of the use of the fourth wall break. That was all fine, and it was good to see Wong. It's always good to see Wong, like especially in episode 4 with the Wongster and Madison. I think Madison's been my favorite part.
Madison
of the whole
with the Y, but not where you expect it. Yeah, that's a very
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. I actually really, really enjoyed Madison. And then watching The Sopranos, like I don't know, that's funny. That's funny. I like. That's the best stuff I can probably say, particularly about episode 4. But okay, so in episode 3, that's the episode where they try to get Emil off, right?
Right, and they do, right?
And they do.
Yeah.
Again, it was fine. It's pretty clear to me though that these, and they've said this, I believe, in some article. The writers of the show don't care about one, the MCU, and just even at the minimum, they don't care about law. Like they don't know how to write law and make it interesting.
Right.
It's almost like an obstacle to them to have to deal with because none of it's even interesting. I mean, fucking Wong is they basically solidify that Wong at the end of episode 3 is a criminal. He runs away. Okay. And then in episode 4, he's on trial. He's a client. What the fuck is happening? That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. They don't give a shit about. There's no continuity. There's anything.
No continuity.
But I think
they don't give a shit. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's just fucking bonkers to me. So episode 3 is whatever. I mean, they get him off. Great. Emil's in is free and whatever. I didn't care for episode 3. I didn't think it was that much better. Episode 4 though, I thought was again even more a step up from episode 3, 1, 2, and 3, because it felt like procedural in the sense that it starts off with this random magician and he's pretty funny, he's stupid,
right?
And then it becomes about that, and I was like, okay, that's cool. Like it's about something. The show's about something for once. Like it's actually has an A and then a B point. I was like, okay, cool. What's his name? Fucking
Johnny Blaze. Donnie Blaze. It tries to be John. He's a cheap Johnny Blaze knockoff.
Yeah, something like that. Something Blaze. And then the Wong has like history with them or whatever. Yeah. That was a cool way again to like take a small part of the MCU and tie it and make it a little bigger so that you can take a little dive into it. And okay, that's fun. It's a what do you call it? Again, it's a lawyer show, so maybe this is what this show could be about, where you have like different instances that they could, that's cool. So I thought if episode 4 was a step up, it still has its like fucking undertones of the woke and fucking men are evil. Like that fucking guy's a douchebag, and it's just like he's so overly so. Like I know maybe some people like that, like in a fraternity or something, but
right, absolutely. But not every guy's like that.
No, of course not. It's so painfully trying to make men like the worst thing ever. And it's just like, okay, whatever, fine. But I had some fun with it.
Yeah,
I had some fun with that episode. So what are your thoughts? Because you said that maybe I might not have the same thoughts.
I didn't like episode 3. I thought it was more bad execution, bad jokes. Nothing really landed for me. I don't think I laughed once during episode 3. And that's it. I saw Wong, I was like, damn, this should be good. Wong's here. And I was just like, oh man, I'm not really.
Well, really quick. Again, where like the jokes just don't make fucking sense. And you just know that the writers just don't give a shit. One of his jokes is, the Book of Vashanti. Are we forgetting that Wong was a human being? Like, of course he fucking should know that he's referring to the Book of Law.
Right.
That's such a stupid joke, but he says it so seriously. And I'm like, that's stupid.
Yeah,
that
didn't work at all. Like, we can drop in this little bit of Marvel spoiler.
We know we watched
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, we watched Doctor Strange.
Book of Vashanti.
Tell you how Book of Vashanti. Like, that's such a. Anyways, it was at the expense of a great character. Anyways, keep going.
Yeah, no, I you have to dumb down the characters a little bit all around. Episode 3. I really didn't like it. I was just like, man. And I was arguing with a friend. I was like, what kills me is about the show is just poorly executed, bad jokes, bad writing. Nothing's snappy. Nothing's witty.
Yeah, nothing's right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I watched episode 4 and I was like,
you did it.
That's good. I can't believe it. And I left the show thinking, if you started the series with this episode, you'd be in a way better place.
Agreed.
You don't need those first 3 episodes. And again, apparently that first episode was supposed to be episode 8, which you've said in an earlier podcast episode. It was supposed to be episode 8. Sure, great. Like, the fans are tired of origin stories. We don't really need a lot of origin stories. You can just toss that over. Or you could even make that episode 2, after you see that she's being sued by Tatiana for trademarking her name. That would be funny. But like you said, you nailed it on the head, my friend, when you said that it felt like a procedural. And like, that's how the show was pitched. And some procedurals work really well. This works really well. I was laughing at times when Wong was sitting in the magician's office and he spits the ball out of his mouth. He said, that shit is funny. It all works. Jen
I agree.
As the lead, she worked, it was heartbreaking at the end of it to see that the guy just didn't give a shit about her.
He didn't care.
I was sitting there telling my fiance, I was like, this is kind of stupid. It's not like she's ugly, by the way. Like,
of course.
Tatiana no. Not ugly. Right. So like, I don't, no. I mean, what do you want, guys? Jesus. But anyway, I really found myself enjoying this episode, and I just couldn't stop thinking in my head the entire episode, Ed. I was like, why did you give us 3 episodes of crap before giving us this? Like, you know how many people have jumped off this show? Yeah. Because this is disorganized. Like, the first 2 episodes, you don't need them. I can't even tell you what happens in the second and third episode anymore.
I agree with you.
Like, you don't need them. You don't need them. Like, you don't need, we don't need to see that she got her job because she is She-Hulk. Because yes, that is how she got her job. So it doesn't really matter. That whole like narrative beat is stupid. It doesn't make any sense. I found myself very, very much enjoying this episode, almost borderline thinking this episode was great. On episode 4, I really liked it.
I'm with you.
The dumb magician was hilarious, and his stupid like sidekick.
Yeah, sidekick. Yeah,
things. It felt
his
like
lackey.
A procedural. It felt like an episode of the Goldbergs, which like That's what
I've never seen it. Sorry, I don't want to say it right.
Okay, Martin Family. That's why this worked in this format, and that's why this show can work going forward.
I agree with you.
I thought it was great, man, and I'm very cautiously optimistic.
Will it continue, right? Will it continue? Maybe we're past the bad episodes. Maybe now we're going to fall into what it was supposed to be. I don't know.
Right. And like, if that's the bad episodes, then shame on you, Marvel. Like, how many people jump ship from this show after episode 1 or 2? Maybe some people gave it 2 episodes and then boom, gone. Because they thought, because again, the first 2 episodes weren't great. They weren't sharp. They weren't witty. They weren't smart. They were just lazy. I think that I'm excited to see. And on that note, they have released a mid-season trailer, and there is a very good moment with one, of course, Matt Murdock talking to Jennifer Walters in a bar. Said, "I think you're in a unique position to help people with the law,
right?
Jennifer Walters, and when the law fails, to help people as She-Hulk." Like,
I love that.
Yes, that's what you need. Again,
I agree.
That's what you need. That's that moment in Captain America: Civil War that we always talk about, that we always bring up when Tom Holland says to have these powers and not do anything.
Right. Right. And again, she is in a unique position, right? Like she's totally right. If her cases have to deal with superheroes, right?
Right.
Maybe again, it's the idea that like if the idea is, you know, she's this lawyer who has a very unique perspective from not only being a superhero, but the fact of how she got her powers, right? Like the fact that it wasn't something that she was looking for, the fact that it was kind of thrusted upon her. Right. Like that's a really interesting theme to go with. And I'm sure there's plenty of cases that can jump off of that same feeling. Why she would be perfect to be that lawyer for those people. And I love that. And this you're right. Like again, this episode gave us a glimpse of how she can function that way. And I thought it was great. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like this makes sense.
Yeah.
This absolutely makes sense of what she could bring as She-Hulk. And I thought that was again, I enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed the episode. I found myself again laughing.
Yeah.
I found myself laughing at some of the jokes. Madison's great.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you know,
Madison was hilarious.
So funny, dude.
Isn't the character from Zombieland Double Tap Madison?
I don't know. I never actually watched Zombieland 2.
You got to watch Zombieland 2 just for Zoe.
I know. I've heard she does a great job.
Fucking hilarious, but she's just like this Madison. But it's she was great. A great welcome addition. You got to see a little bit of Wong, but I am very glad you brought up Wong's basically a fugitive after episode 3. And oh wait, no, he's not. Forget about that. That never happened.
Oh yeah, it never happened. He's now a client. I'm like, what the fuck? Well, hold on. But to your point from earlier, what you brought up, like it sounds like they might have switched around some episodes here. Yes. It's very possible that this came before that last episode.
Maybe.
I don't know. Right? Like I don't know. Yeah. Dude, episode 1 was supposed to be one of the last episodes. I mean, that's a fucking huge jump. Like what the fuck?
I just don't.
Who knows?
The episodes are ordered weirdly, and maybe, just maybe, if you reorder them, they work better. Or Marvel said, hey, we need to fit 9 weeks of episodes, because there's 9 episodes, right? We need to have nine weeks of episodes, you know. And they needed to make 2 more. Right. This is what we got. But yeah, I just think if you start the series with this episode, you have so many, if not everybody locked in. There's going to be people that are angry about it no matter what. But I think there's more people on board. And I don't know what the ratings are. I don't know if they've dropped after the first few weeks. I can imagine they have. Oh,
yeah, for sure. Did you see the amount of essays that just popped up in the last week about how I don't like Marvel anymore? I'm like, it sucks. I don't want. This is why Marvel sucks, and I'm jumping ship. Like, there's been a bunch.
Yeah.
All in like the hundreds of thousands of views. Yeah. So like, I've seen them, and I'm like, oh fuck, this is a problem, dude. But you're, it's so fucking frustrating, isn't it? Yeah. If it was just like, here's a lawyer procedural in the MCU world, great.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
Yeah.
This is cool.
We don't need her origin story. We don't need
all that fucking
the scenes with her parents talking over her and shit. Like, it was all that stuff was not funny.
No, it's not funny at all. And just, it's boring. I actually hate it. I don't like Jen as a character. Like,
at this moment, it's not great. Like, she's better as She-Hulk, which is funny because the show kind of hints at that as well. But yeah, I don't know. Jen's kind of annoying.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Dude, there's that scene in like episode 2 where she's like trying to tell, did I say season 2, episode 2, when she's on the phone call. Right at the end with Bruce, and like she keeps interrupting him. She just keeps fucking talking. I'm like, is that supposed to be cute? That's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up. Please, could you just stop talking? Jesus Christ, it's not cute.
No.
It's not cute.
It's not cute. It's fucking annoying.
Anyways, yeah, no. So I mean, at the end of this all, to say that there's a little bit of light here, but let's see. I don't know. Like maybe this is just one episode.
Yeah,
but,
I do. I
hope
think
it's not.
there is light at the end of the tunnel. Matt Murdock is coming. I still hold a lot of faith in him. I don't know what the hell that weird construction crew was doing at the end of episode 3, but maybe we'll see more of those guys.
I'm forgetting. Oh yeah. That I didn't understand any. So
Yeah.
she says that they stole Asgardian
Helmets.
workers,
They called her Asgardians construction workers.
construction workers.
And, like the things they had symbols on them and shit. So I have no idea.
That was so random.
Yeah.
The fuck was that?
Yeah.
And why the fuck would you seriously think that you could still take on a Hulk even with those things? You're an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I hope that gets explained a little bit.
So stupid.
Maybe it'll be the leader from Captain America: New World Order who
I don't know,
who sent them to get blood because he needs more Hulk blood. I don't know.
So
But
dumb.
you know, Bruce Banner will be back in this later in the season. Matt Murdock. I think it's going to be a fun little 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So hopefully 5 episodes are.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And if these 5 episodes coupled with episode 4, so the 6 total, are all good, then I'll have this absolute thought that somebody at Marvel said it needs to be 9 episodes or nothing.
Right.
And the first 2 episodes and 3 episodes were just filler. Because look, Marvel's series are usually 6 episodes, minus WandaVision.
Right.
So if it is that case, then I think you
It's very
really did
possible.
hurt.
You're right.
I think you really did hurt your show. You
Yeah,
know?
I wonder who fought for that. I don't know. I would assume it's the writers, clearly, because nobody else seems to give a shit.
Maybe. I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
what a horrible, what a surprise. I was very surprised. I was like, wow, this is actually
Full
it's
180.
it's like it understood what it was supposed to be, right? For the first time, it's like, wait, this episode knows what it wants to be.
Yeah.
Like it actually shows some focus. What happened in the first 3?
Right.
What the fuck
What
is
happened
this?
in the first 3? Yeah, and like you look at
Made
like
no sense. It comes out of nowhere.
to send your point further home, like when she opens the series with her 4th wall breaking, or the season, this episode.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll get it right eventually. When she opens this episode with her 4th wall breaking, say, "Oh, I see you're still here." Yeah, you probably saw Wong, and yeah, that probably keeps you off Twitter for another week, right?
Right.
Like that's what this show is
Hilarious.
supposed to be. That word.
I know. That was the first time I was like, oh, that's actually pretty good. That's pretty funny.
Yes.
That's actually pretty good.
That's being witty and smart.
Yeah,
and
that is
happy.
being pretty witty.
That worked. And like,
I
where
agree with
was that the first 3? Where
don't
was
know.
all this writing the first 3 episodes? I just don't know.
Yeah, it's baffling.
Right.
It's baffling. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder if they maybe shot the first 3 later.
Yeah.
And inserted them in. We'll see. This is making me definitely wanting to watch episode 5 though, just to see, and hopefully that's a good episode too. But yeah, the episode opens. The episode opens on the magician, and at first I was confused. I was like, "What? Did I skip an episode? Like, what's going on?"
Yeah.
And then I realized, oh, they're set like it's like any lawyer procedural. They're giving backstory to what the case is going to be this episode. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's different. That is not in line with what we've been doing for 3 weeks.
And when she gets served her name in the lawsuit,
yeah,
funny too, man.
Yeah,
like,
it's funny.
I think if the rest of the episodes open with a different character, not her, just like every procedural that ever existed did or does, I guess this exists, right?
Yeah.
Then clearly these first 3 episodes were just shoehorned in because they needed to make the series longer for some whatever reason. Because Marvel was like, hey, we have a really big break from Thor to Black Panther, and we need to put something there.
Yeah. I'm starting to see. I'm excited to see. If episode 5 and on is like this episode, I mean, it's just night and day. Like I bet my life on it.
I can already tell you the text between us, how it will go. It'll be just one word, bruh. Or dude. It'll be one of those 2 words, and then it'll be like, it's good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
All right.
Oh, fuck. It's good.
Dude, I can only hope. I can only pray to God that that's the case.
Me too.
Yes.
I'm so with
we'll
it.
see.
And like we'll be hey, we're not like everybody else. We'll admit that, hey, we were wrong about the show.
Of course.
Yeah. But
it's proving itself. That's why it's not. I don't think we have to prove us. Like it's always have to prove itself.
Good point.
Which it is now.
Right.
You know?
Oh man. All right.
So,
so that's
I'm excited.
That's episode 3 and 4 of She-Hulk. Obviously, there was other things to talk about this week, but I don't think we deemed them that important. New Black Adam trailer. It looks like it'll be great. I think. I don't know.
There's really not much. It looks like it continues to look like you know what it's
Ezra Miller has gone good all of a sudden. No more news.
No Ezra Miller news.
He's dropped off the earth, man.
No Ezra Miller news.
Funny.
That's amazing.
Funny how it's all.
You took it off your thing. I just realized you took it off your thing.
Yeah. Some people. I get funny how it all happens, right? People are like,
how it all happens.
Hey, you're gonna cost the studio money, and we're gonna cancel this movie. Fuck. I'll behave.
We'll see what happens, man. You could still turn back around.
Oh yeah,
robs the 7-Eleven. I don't know. Let's see.
Oh my God, let's hope not. Ezra, stay out of trouble. We all want to watch The Flash. We all
yes,
need
please.
to give your dumbass so we can feel somewhat okay about watching your stupid.
Oh my God.
But yeah, lots of D23 news. I think for both of us, Thunderbolts was the most exciting thing. Very excited about Daredevil as well. Werewolf by Night.
That was definitely up there for me.
My buddy literally just texted me during this and said a different friend, and he was like, I don't really know if I liked it. I can't finish the trailer. And I'm thinking, well, that's probably not good. The experience.
I can't finish the trailer?
Yeah, he said it was so weird he couldn't finish the trailer. So
okay, that's interesting. Okay. Fair enough.
Hopefully people watch it. It looks pretty clever. Obviously, we'll be talking about it.
But it's pretty clear that cinephile, people who love the craft are going to watch it because it's got some pretty sick quality. Like I'm like, that looks great.
The film skipping is great.
Oh, it looks so good.
The zooms, all that stuff is like hilarious and old school. I'm excited to watch that. I will be watching that first thing when I get back from Italy. So anyway, he's Ed. Married Ed now. Congratulations again.
Thanks, you, sir.
I'm Alex. That's pizza time. Thanks so much for watching. See you later.
Bye.